Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Six Figure Systems podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about how to make your social media function like a website. This is one of my favorite things that I teach my clients within Six Figure Systems, and it's part of the powerful positioning method that I teach them. It is my well-known marketing strategy that I've been talking to you guys a lot about. And I want to give you something that can be a quick thing that you can kind of get the gist of and already start to implement just within your business and something that's really important to be thinking about before the end of the year. So today we're going to be talking about number one, why consumers are going more now to social media than to websites. Two, we're going to be talking about what you can do to make your social media stand out. And last but not least, what is the grid of three? What is the powerful positioning method and how you can use it to stand out within your industry? So, first things first, why are consumers going to social media over even going to websites? What we found is now that you are in a service dominated industry, so coaching is a service that you are providing. And there are so many life coaches out there that are in your industry. And this goes for you, whether you're a wedding planner, a photographer, anything like that. And the reason why I bring this up is because many of you guys know I am in the process of planning my wedding. And within my wedding planning, one of the things that was really important to me is that if I'm going to work with someone, if someone's going to provide a service with me during a very important time in my life, I want to know their personality. I want to know what they feel like. I want to feel like we connect on a good level. And before I did interviews with my wedding planners, I actually looked at their social media instead of their website. Because a lot of people who are providing a service, they might have a website, they might not have a website, but that doesn't get me to know the real person that I would actually be working with. A lot of times when we are looking at websites, they're pretty professional. They've got probably a very similar feel to them. And even as a life coach, most of my clients don't even have websites because most people aren't actually going to websites to look for life coaches. Like the majority of people who are finding life coaches, a lot of times they're not Googling, where is a life coach in my area? So a lot of my clients, they don't even have websites. They use their social media in place of a website. And I found that it's even more effective than a website because the goal of your marketing is to get somebody to know you, KNOW, like you, and trust you with their lives, right? So it's something that's pretty important that people are actually looking to be investing in. And one of the things that you want to be thinking of is as a life coach, you are already showing that you have gotten testimony. You have created a transformation in your own life. You are also showing that you create transformation in your clients' lives, and you're giving really valuable information to them before they even buy. So a lot of times, the only way you could really do that on a website in a way that wasn't generic was through a blog. And I found that most consumers nowadays, with the inventions of short form content, long form content, a lot of people aren't going and looking to blogs as much as they used to because they can get the essence of a blog from somebody's posts. And they can also get the essence of a coach's personality on their reels, on their YouTube shorts, on their TikTok, on videos on their stories, videos on Facebook, videos on LinkedIn. They can get to know and see and feel the real you. And for me, that's something that's really important when I'm thinking about working with somebody. And I worked with many coaches. I want to see their personality. I want them, for me personally, I like to be pushed. I want somebody to help me up level very quickly. And regardless of whether that's in my relationships, whether that is in my physical health, whether that is for sure in my business, I want someone to push me to get to the next level. That's what a coach is designed to do. And I think that we forget how important that is for someone to see that before they actually purchase from you, before they even book a consult with you. And that's why your marketing needs to be tight. You want to make your social media really stand out even more than a website would. You need to make sure that your personality is showing through and that somebody is getting to know you. It's almost like a try before they buy. You want to show them what it's like to look the work with you versus websites just kind of tell them, here's what we do. And it describes lots of things. I'm not putting down websites by any shape or any form of imagination, but your future clients, they want to get to know you. They want to actually see you. They want to hear from you. They want to like get a chance to experience you before they actually purchase with you. So you really want to make sure that you are making your social media stand out. And that's one of the reasons why when I'm teaching my clients how to market and teaching them the systems to market, I use the powerful positioning method. And it's my signature method that I teach within the Six Figure Systems program because they need to be powerfully positioned. Every single person that's listening to the Six Figure Systems podcast, you want to grow your business to six figures. You want to get your business into a place where it's growing really efficiently. And one of the things that I see is that people, when they're marketing, they don't have systems to stand out. They are just kind of like, yeah, I'm just another life coach. And that might have worked before, but now there are lots of coaches in the industry. You want to stand out and you want to powerfully position yourself as the expert in the industry. Even if you are a general coach, you want yourself to stand out. You want people to be like, wow, you know what? I really want to work with Megan for 6 months. I see that she is really creating a transformation for me ahead of time. And I really want to make sure that I create that transformation in my life. I feel like when I'm looking at her posts, I really resonate with her personal story. I also feel like I am getting a lot of value from her for free beforehand. And I also feel like I'm seeing her clients are getting results every week. It's a no-brainer. I want your clients to feel the same way about you. And that's what you do when you make your social media function like a website. So the system that I have for that is really first and foremost highlighting your offer. It's also giving some people a chance to hear and see you as their coach. And then it's also giving them a chance to opt in. So some things that I see people kind of forgetting, and actually I was just looking at another coach's page and I know that she's grown her business, but I looked at her page and here were some just key things that I noticed right away. Her bio, and this is not at all I'm saying this with so much love because I know that if you just tweak a couple of these things, you're really going to make your social media stand out. It's going to look so much cleaner and so much better. And I want you to do this if you're listening to this live before the new year, because a lot of times when people are seeing your content that you're batching out, you're getting all these things going. I want you to actually stand out. So I want you with clean eyes to look at your social media. And if you are driving or doing something else as you listen to this, I want you to come back to it. I want you to first think about, is this, does this Instagram page, does this LinkedIn page, does this YouTube channel look like a six-figure coach? And answer that honestly for yourself. Is this really something that I think that people think is really good and something that really stands out in the industry? That's the first thing. And here are some things that you might want to be looking for. Professionalism in the images that you have. And I'm not saying make it perfect. I'm not saying go and do a photo shoot right now. I'm not saying you have to pay a graphic designer or a brand designer or a social media manager. No. When I had my branding and it was just me, I made sure, and you guys can scroll back to 2023, 2022, and look at my marketing. It was clean. I had specific colors. And even when I was using the free version of Canva, there were three colors that I used. And I made sure that the three colors I had, it was blue, orange, and yellow, that they really stood out, that my messaging was very clean. It looked professional. It looked like I was a six-figure coach before I even made six figures. So in my first year part-time when I made 47K, I still had the level of professionalism of a six-figure coach. And then that's what led for me the next year to make 120K because I was holding myself in a very professional manner. Even though I was a general coach, I made sure that my pictures were clean. I actually had someone, a friend of mine, take pictures. It didn't need to be someone who was professional. I have only taken professional pictures actually in 3 times in the entire course of my business, but I made sure it looked clean, right? I also was looking at it and I also look at the bio of a person's social media. I'm like, what does the bio actually say? Is it saying what you do? Is it, and one of the things that I do for my clients is I actually write it out for them. But for you, as you're just listening to this, I want you to think about, okay, is my bio clear? Do people actually know what they're investing in? Do they know I'm a coach? Oh my goodness, this is the craziest thing. But one of my clients was a coach for moms, and her audience actually thought that she was an influencer because she didn't actually list anything about her coaching program. Funny enough, she was talking and it was just inspirational. It was just kind of happy. And she was like, oh no, I didn't even list anything about my business. So I want you to make sure that's cleaned up. I want you to make sure it's clear about what next steps the next person is going to take. And I want you to think about like, I don't want you to go back and delete please, for the love of everything good and pure, do not delete your old stuff. I actually love for people to go back and reference my old things. It's a part of the journey. Leave it, because it's also, if you don't have many things on your page, one of the things is you want to show consistency, and that's one of the ways that you can help you get ahead on the with the algorithm. So for you, what you want to do is you want to make your social media stand out with your bio. You want to make it stand out with professionalism. Even if it's just you, it doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to look like, hey, you want to pay me thousands of dollars, right? You don't want it to be like, oh, especially like a lot of times I'll see people and they will get people on consults, and this might happen for you, where they're like shocked that they have to spend that coaching with them is thousands of dollars. That happens before they get on the consult. They were expecting to pay money, but how you show it before the consult in your marketing, you need to have a system to make sure that you are powerful, that you are positioned well. And that's why I called my system for marketing the powerful positioning method. And it's something that I do to make sure that my clients stand out so that they have those things set. The other thing that you can do is you can make what's called the grid of three. Now, the grid of three is something that I've coined, and it helps people when they first come on your page to have a really clean cut set idea of what you do. And what I do is the grid of three is primarily for Instagram. However, you can pin the post that I'm talking about for Facebook, LinkedIn, and you can pin it for Facebook. You can pin things for LinkedIn as well. You can get they're called featured posts. You can highlight things on your YouTube channel. However you market, I want you to stand out. And so that's why I utilize the grid of three. So the grid of three is three distinct things that I have my clients. And if you look at anyone who is in six-figure systems, the multitude of clients that I have, most all of them have the grid of three set. So the first post is about their offer, and it speaks to the features of their offer and the benefits of somebody signing up. So it speaks to the timeline of their offer. It speaks to what are the intangible benefits? What are the intangible results they're going to get when they actually work with you? And then it speaks to, you want to learn more? Book a consult now. Link in bio. Then the second one that I have is of me talking about my offer in a video form. So you're going to have two types of consumers. You're going to have long form reading consumers, and then you're also going to have short form listening consumers. And do you want to cater to both? So then I have a video of me talking, hey, here's what Six Figure Systems is. Here's how we can work together. It's a great program. You want to join in, blah, blah, blah. That's the next video I have. And then the third video that I have is, or the third post that I have is, what is my featured opt-in? What do I want people to actually sign up for? Now, if you are within your business and you are pre six figures, I would highly recommend that last pin post is all about booking a consult with you, signing up, what they're going to do on a consult. Before I got coached, fun fact, I didn't never done a consult for anything before. I had never been the kind of person that had even looked into a coach before. It was all something that was really new. So I'd never even done a consult, even though I'd been in therapy and things like that. So you want to make people feel safe to actually do the consult. And that starts with your marketing. And when you have that powerful positioning and your grid of three, and you have, hey, book a consult. This is what you do on the consult. Here's what we'll talk about. And create that safety for people to go the next step in your buying funnel is so, so important. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about, how can you make yourself stand out on social media? Because again, media is where people are going versus websites, how to stand out on social media, not just to make your social media look to go to social media, but actually stand out. And then that portion of the powerful positioning method, that is the marketing system I teach my clients, utilizing something like the grid of three or something similar to grow your business. So if that sounds like, I mean, again, these are all really important things. If you want me to look over your social media and you want me to take a gander at it, I'm going to include, of course, a worksheet with this week's episode. I'm going to help you to feel free to message me if you have any questions about it. And I cannot wait to hear from you all soon. Have a great week.